excuse me, to enter into Bible. Afina uchubanto na afon akpo onule ba khadia. Écoutez, ma debe agbabiche mokuye. Cho donc efiobe ebiata pleyento penuka ntina. Ebiata pleyento penuka ella klebo fu. Pourquoi the foundation started from there? Even our grandfathers, our forefathers don't know about Bible. But God put this into their blood and their heart and into their soul. And these regulations were laid down for our generations, from generation to generation. That's why we call it culture and tradition. There's no way that I don't know.
So Torgbui, so yeah, so Torgbui do not like if we say we don't believe in dowry. Torgbui do not like that at all. So
that word, I don't want it.
So because it's not good, right?
It is abuse our culture, our identity. See, and we cannot live without our culture, and we cannot remove our tradition from us. That means our generation is dying. Somebody is killing us. Before you kill us, we do something. Before you kill us.
I know.
You're
already sensitive about this. This is very important to you. So we do not like, when we are saying we don't believe in dowry, we don't believe in asking of a hand. And then my second question was going to be, what do you say to those people who are living with a woman? They are living together, have children for years and years and years, but never asked the woman's hand. Torgbui already add that in his question. He said that is not right. We cannot do that. If you have a woman living with you today, because a lot of people do, for years and years and years, they have children. Some people even have grandchildren. They never went through the traditional marriage. They never went through asking of a dowry. Torgbui is telling you that it is not right. If you're an African, you're supposed to follow this tradition. So if you're an African, it's not right. And he's saying that, and God forbid, this woman, something happens to her, like, for a death, and, the parent will leave it to you. You're going to have to struggle with this because you never came to them and asked for their permission. They never gave her to you to marry. You never went to the proper steps to have this woman in your home to call her your wife. So we do not like us not believing in our tradition and just, taking advantage. It is not right. So we're supposed to, live by the rule. And I know you guys, we don't like to hear rules, but we are supposed to live by that and do the right thing. So if you don't believe in dowry or asking of a hand, think about this woman. It's a respect to this woman. It's a respect to her family. It is a respect to these children that you have. You're calling your children. So think about that. It is not, again, Torgbui, Gado Moa c'est parce que it's because some people made this asking of a bride price and asking of a hand commercial. People do it. A lot of countries has made it as commercialized. They're asking for more money. They're asking for more stuff. So it's very difficult for a man who is everyday man to come up with all this money to pay for dowry. So it is discouraging some people. But I know that is not how it's supposed to be. So Torgbui, I have this, when I was doing my research, I learned that in Kenya, for example, there is a central part of Kenya, Torgbui, the woman actually pays the dowry. Central part of Kenya, the women, this is fun fact, the women pays the dowry. The women will have to build a house for the man. So that's just one part of Kenya. I am focusing on just Africa. There's a lot of areas like Asia and India, but I'm just focused on Africa. In African continent, Kenya, there's a place in central, I think it's central part of Kenya. Women do pay the dowry for men. And I also learned this fun fact, Torgbui, that Torgbui, you have something?
Yeah. I have to enter into that question
Okay, go ahead.
immediately.
Go ahead. Uh-huh.
We are Africans, but we have different cultures. If that is the way they do it in that part of Africa, if it is accepted in their culture, there is nothing wrong about it.
Mm-hmm.
That is their culture, and that is their tradition. So if they are practicing what they are, what they know, and what they do, and it's accepted, and it's accepted in their community, that's how they do their things. So there's nothing wrong about it. But if they don't do that, and somebody is trying to do it, so that is an opposition to the culture. But if it is their culture for that community, there is nothing wrong about it. It's accepted by the culture.
Yeah.
Voa melemiao bole waste I feel. Le cabier, protocole, chokosé, moba, eve, gain, fond. For attention, vous la figure. Ne, on to bet à sida di quoi. Over culture. Ah, na maye ulema. Magagwa, nyaraka no. Na ibe. Le rodon ton na nutsu. Maybe a nyonta. Even what a popo. Teti alo the food tower. Food the anyebe kafla or mo for the deck. Komia komia be bia kwa fuko for. Maka do for. Eba pata AHIABLI. Apato ATINYI, apato AGBONUGLAH. Yo invite you. You ma ba the one be ye do for. Then ya be bi. Nyonu via ni bia. Mi atangolo, mi abankone. Mi mangolo, uchu abankone.
No so abankone. Okay. Okay.
Ela be desio. Manami nya habe eye do fu mi abio. Ta de bia afofo le gbodo me.
Le gbodo me. Omaro connect. Okay. So Ewa le vevere.
Eva zuna eju dede nyonu viantita chile ola yo kos sidana ola ngonko anote po gale mene jamadu ko ola pa be ya kwa baby kama me ola prepare ko wo chaonya ola difion for na ibe le pomado ola sepie ne magbetel oyo hanagbe kwa obi onagbe kwa okay bia be via for bi mi to mi amon ya be connect ya be familia wala sign wo ben kona
devia
if you be no tabia bia elle sacré enya no be vi enya no
yeah
donc kama maga chotbi maga tegbere jike but afio lebe nyo na bia uchuta na wonto gbata sireji onya watogbu obo no gbo wana kwa no problem
Okay, Torgbui is adding is adding to us that another, just to go a little further, if you, let's say you didn't ask for this girl's hand and you got her pregnant. If you get her pregnant and you don't step up and say that, oh, I'm responsible for this pregnancy, I'm the one who, did this. When the baby is born, if you don't do it normally, officially, if the baby is born, the girl's family, they're going to give their name to the child. You will not have your name name the child. So they're going to name the child with their name because that is embarrassment. That is like you never came forth to take responsibility. So they're gonna name the girl their name. They will give their last name to this baby. That's what Torgbui was saying. So as I was saying, as I was doing the research, I found out. So Torgbui is saying, if it's in Kenya, if the women are the ones who are paying the dowry and that's their culture, that's their culture. So we don't have any problem with that. So, but that is one place that I have learned in Africa, they do that and they do it, and that's their culture. So, which is fine. And you can see the women coming and giving the, the dowry to the man. It is fine. And another fun fact, Torgbui, that I have learned that in Kenya, the dowry, the amount of dowry they have to, the amount of money they have to pay, it is 5 years salary. 5 ans salary. Yeah. So it says that it's up to 5 years of salary just to pay a dowry to a woman. That's why I'm saying that's excessive. And that's one. Another fun fact will be in Guinea. In Guinea, the dowry, just the money, not the other stuff, just the money, the total amount that they can pay for a dowry is almost $100,000 for a dowry. So that's why I'm saying, yeah, that in Guinea, some part of Guinea. Last year I have learned so much how much we are commercializing dowry. Parce que Torgbui Egbia, people are charging dowry based off the education of their children, their children, the education, how beautiful they are, the stuff that they have. They are charging you based off the amount, of education they have, the level of education they have, how pretty they are, how famous they are, and the family riches. You know what I mean? And it's not right. It is not right. As there are people, they are living with a woman in their house, but because the dowry is so high, they don't have money to pay it. So I do know, I am not condoning that, but I'm saying that there are circumstances right now, people are struggling just to pay for the dowry. So, Torgbui et nyakela si parce que nyang blobenade. Parents ouade, mim dola no chargé à me. E ga gbogbo de benade, e ga ya pola tu, kingbo ola de yo be view. Parents should not be charging a ridiculous amount to man who wants to marry their daughters, because it's just not fair. Because if you go bankrupt to ask somebody's hand, what is going to happen? How are you going to feed this girl who you are marrying? It is just not fair. So Torgbui, this is what is happening today. People are experiencing this today. What do you have to say to those parents who are charging too much, making it impossible for these young men or men to pay for these dowry? What do you say to them?
Okay, that is a very nice question. I want to answer an advice. Back to Kafla, mi machi tela ma de kebe de konutio, la ma kebe den wana tio. Dane kebe ni via okko daddy de kon de kebe benu ya leke ko ano na mala le okwa kama no lewa melio mia Torgbui mia machitio mi opinion leadership mia me onye elders of the family wa mi onye no anyi wododua magabanye mohamu na mia bio obatitro dodua magabanye budodo yabe future generation yokoma ko hadekewa bo bagadem neibe tadebia abazo gadodo benya bio laba no pepe nuka ole ja nuka jono pedo ta nya la sinya magbo na family ma wa ibenyime nya wa do kai ya dia ye nya debu a strong defense parce que strong de faire nous sacré Kafla menye gai pepe ni xɔle ŋutsuvi medzila aussi na miabe vi nyɔnuvi ame ye wɔ srɔ̃ɖeɖe be wònyi srɔ̃ɖeɖe afɔɖeɖewo kple nuɖoanyiwo yiwo ke da megbe ne srɔ̃ɖeɖea ye wɔ srɔ̃ɖeɖe wònyi srɔ̃ɖeɖe ne lɔlɔ̃ yi ke ne bla gbã esrɔ̃ɖela veawo eve ŋua woƒe ƒomewo ɖeka wɔ kple lɔlɔ̃ kple ƒomedodo yi ke wole dzi ava doa yenye nu yi ke dzo le be miakpɔ ta maɖo aɖaŋu be neɖo adzatoa ayɔtoa katã gbɔ be manyo be ne tsɔ miabe viwo akɔ nɔ do adzɔ awo menya ele kɔta ɖewo me family ɖewo lia wonye ƒomegãwo wodo be wonye ƒomegãwo ye wowɔ ɖoɖo ɖewo ne ƒota ɖe mea ne kpɔ teƒea le kɔta ɖewo me hã menya be nyɔnuvia ƒe agbalẽ nyanya alo eƒe status nenye ede universitya kple hã va sie ne ede middle schoola kple hã va sie nenye dɔwɔƒe yi wole nenye minista ye alo clerk ya kple hã va sie wo hã woƒe culture ma eme wo dzi wo ɖo vɔa na míawo míame yiwo ke le do ayɔ kple adzagbea kple kɔta yiwo ne tsakpli mí Togo Ghana Benin ame yiwo mí nya ame ɖeka kloe ŋu ɖeka mí wɔna agblɔ kpui ɖe ko be megayi nenema o míawo anyigba elé ƒo nanewo mí magawɔ nu atsitre ɖe eƒe anyigba dzi ta mí magatsɔ míabe viwoa míakɔ to adzɔ esrɔ̃ɖeɖea menye adzɔdodo míwo katã míegblɔ kaka va ɖo fia edze kɔtɔe be srɔ̃ɖeɖea ne yi nenema enye nane yi ke le ŋgɔwu ega enye nane yi ke xɔ asi adzɔ yi ke míato kple míabe viawoa menye nu nyui wònye awɔe be gɔmeya dodo míabe viwo woafɔ fu ɖe tome ko ye womanye ta le ɖevia fua ŋua kaka be ɖe evia be fudola woayi nyage wa ayɔ ɖevia tɔ nyage wa míabe viwoa woati míagbɔ le aƒe me ti míagbɔ le aƒe me ɖe míatɔwo le dzi aɖea lododo gblɔ be amenɔvi ɖetoa menye ame be ketɔ ƒome ye mí be míato lo míadzɔ yi be míato akpe.
Let me just explain to everybody. And again, guys, thank you guys for joining. We have some technical issues. This is second week now with technical issues. Guys, I thank you for hanging in. I think we are back and I have to delete the link and re-enter the link for Siana TV. So I think Siana TV is live now. If for Steve, thank you for confirming that. I don't know what's happening, but I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging in. Hopefully, you guys are hearing what we are saying because a lot of echoes is going on. We tried everything we can to adjust this. So we apologize for the inconvenience, the echoes that's happening. I just wanted to explain what Torgbui just said. So my question to Torgbui was, a lot of us are families are commercializing dowry, I should say it right. The asking of a hand, the bride price. A lot of people are commercializing this. In Guinea, over $100,000 just to marry a woman. And in Kenya, like I was saying, it's 5-year salary just to ask for a woman's hand. That is just too much. That is too much. And I can even show you this picture as I'm talking to you. I'm going to show you this picture. I was trying to what in God's name is going on? They have these pictures where you can actually, I can't find this picture. They have yam, ete, just to ask for a hand. You don't need that. We don't need that much. So I'm asking Torgbui what did he say? What does he say about family who are commercializing, charging bride price because of the level of the education of their daughter, because of how pretty their daughter are, how famous their daughter are, and how they look. And Torgbui is saying that we cannot commercialize asking of a dowry. Torgbui is letting us know, he's talking to parents. Parents, if you're listening to us, Torgbui is pleading that we should not be commercializing the dowry. We should not be asking too much. We should not be making it impossible for these men to come and ask for your children, your daughter's hands. Because if you do that, you want them in, if they stay in the house, you can't marry your children, your daughters. You are not going to marry your daughters. You need somebody to marry them. And that's how it's supposed to be. So don't make it impossible for men to be able to ask for your children dowry. It is very important. It is not commercial. It's a tradition. It is tradition that we have to follow, but we shouldn't make it a money-making business, because a lot of people are making it money-making business. It should not be. It is more important than the man to save money and take care of your child than to save money and come pay it to you, and then they're gonna be sleeping hungry, empty stomach. You know what I mean? So it's important. Your child well-being is more important than the money they have to pay to you just for you to give them, permission. Because we have people living here and abroad, everywhere, and they can't make the amount that you are asking for, parents. So we are just pleading to parents who are asking too much money for dowry. We're just pleading with you not to be reasonable, to just focus on the tradition, not the money part, because your children are not business. They are not commercialized. We just need to follow the tradition. So that's what Torgbui was saying. I wanted to clarify that. I am here sweating like crazy. So Torgbui, thank you very much for hanging in. We are having a lot of technical issues, like I said, but thank you guys for hanging in with us. I just have one more question for Torgbui, and Torgbui can come back and tell us what he's feeling. Torgbui, like I said, there are people here in abroad, and this is what brought me to this conversation. And Torgbui, we're going to come back. Because of this echoing, we're going to come back and just dig more into this. But there are people living abroad. Torgbui, they ask people hands back home before they came. But when they came, things did not work out the way they thought it's going to work out. Now, the ladies are back home and waiting year after year after year. But they don't have a way to bring the ladies back, or they don't have a way to go back home. How do you want those people to handle this? What should they do? What is the right way to do if they know that they can't, they're not able to go back in a timely manner? And some people even have other women here. They are married to other women because they cannot go back to bring those that they have asked their hands sitting back home. How do you want this? What do you say to these people, Torgbui?
Madakwe, anyanya ledukusi, macha anyanya ledukusi, enyabe bidema, efiobe, edesma, chodarape, kozusi bene eva yidek beji anek beji nyua, ilaba go akwiacho. Unfortunately, eva yidek beji ma banyu. Ye more de hamagalibe aga trop for chapa miadeu, kwa miadeu, umaga tenjo, ida ko chapa umama la siu. Jona na ma yima tan ko gbede wa ke lebe na libere nyonwa lebe na libere jiulao ameyo biata na afine juwa na do elo ukoma wai alibede alekebe no watu kai nyama biano atero afu nyama be watu kai ajo tila magakaba gara ko wali bede na matu batano kwa uchude yelu chobe adia watano ati echabe onu bia magbachu nuchua ikele mojicha ichama pokbenyon or conditions where okala wa mademobe watano do abe nunu ya nano ni magabadwa yawa espera. You advance yourself and free the woman. No, quite but one of our I'm a little bit into a screen edge of our people in the guitar. Another people, the Puguaro, the Ruba to now use normally with them. Mother one over 12 years, Mother one over 15 years, Mother one over particularly to a Yabama Malaba, Madoma, Bobochi. Chila yola matusa comme acte even comme yowa libéré maraba nyom nehia wala patel yo nyala wala patel. That means wala so nane ke jono belua what journey you are doing. I love you.
Yeah.
That's all.
So Torgbui, yeah, parce que I'm souvent this affecting a lot of people. So Torgbui ne mi trova parce que this noise is crazy, driving me crazy. Parce que elle est on a sibe a mom le senya ko le manyo et parce que et lui a levé vere topic elle est très important. Donc à Torgbui nous kem da wani be magba trop plova, mi la gba trova re, et mi trova mi la gba trop discuter, mi a être sur une connexion à l'ignorer, une connexion à l'ignorer. Mila batro discuter eni a topic ya parce que les VVD a me souvent les deux problèmes yo donc a mila surtout a me ko les filles situation que m'blon of fifia et puis m'cham do experience de mana experience ne game aba so ama expliquer one channel donc mila discuter one ne mi a trova ne mi a discuter quoi elle est très important donc what Torgbui is telling us is I'm asking him there are people living abroad. You got your woman, you ask for their hand. Oh, I'm gonna come back here, sweetheart. Everything is gonna work fine. Within a month, I'm gonna bring you. We're gonna have you our family, and then you come here, and it's not. That's how you come abroad, and that doesn't work out. Doesn't work out. Sometimes we end up marrying other women. Sometimes we are sitting here, we are staying here. We can't go back. We can't do anything. So Torgbui is saying that if that happens, you have to liberate that woman. If that happens and you can't go back, it's not going to happen for year after year. This woman is sitting there getting old. You know how we talk about our time as our women. So you have to liberate that woman. That is understandable. You have to liberate that woman so that that woman can be free and marry somebody else. As you're moving on with your life here, you can't just keep her there, and you cannot just carry on with your life not saying anything about it. It's important that you liberate her because you went through the proper route to get her, to make her yours. Now you have to liberate her, just like you gotta do a divorce, because it's not something that you plan. You didn't plan it. You know what I mean? So that's what Torgbui is telling us. But because the topic is very important and I wanted this to go really well, and it is not because of the echoing, we're gonna bring Torgbui back, and Torgbui is we're going to discuss this more. Because again, we didn't start with Siana TV. The connection got disconnected. I have to add the link back in, just delete it and just add it back in. So you guys who are on Siana TV, you probably didn't hear the beginning of it, but it is on Chatting with Nicole if you guys want to get caught up there. But I'm gonna bring Torgbui back. We'll make sure that the connection is good so that we can carry on, because Torgbui has a lot to say about this. That's why he did not like. My friends, you guys who are listening to me who say you don't believe in dowry, that's why Torgbui like, no. You cannot be an African and not believe in dowry. You have to believe in dowry. And some of you who are living with a girl right now who have not asked their hand, Torgbui said, no, that's not good. You need to do it right. If you're an African, you need to do it right. So my brothers, I just want you guys to listen to what he's saying. It is important. Do what you need to do to make things right. Even in the Bible, you cannot live with a woman without marrying that woman. It is not right. It's not recognized anywhere. So if you're doing that, you're living this life right now, you have to change it. You have to make it right. So we're going to come back and have more of this, because we can just discuss, especially with this bad connection. We can't just say that this is over. This is not over. So we're going to come back and have more about this topic. If it's not next week, the following week, we're going to come back and discuss this topic. So we're just going to build up on here and make sure that we clarify this topic, and then we'll get questions, and we get, whatever your situations are, you can come back and let us know so we can try and get Torgbui to answer those questions for you. Torgbui, what else do you have to say? What is your closing comments before we leave? What do you have to say to people, knowing that we're going to come back and deal with this? We're going to come back and discuss more about this, but what is your closing comments for everybody right now for today?
Are you ready? Are you prepared to marry? Are you sure you're gonna marry? And claro, donc sonne there. Voici matri. Better to give bubu na sonne there till amau le mau pe bukume. Ni magacho no katako atawo. Efefe o sonne there munya no posi. Sonne there no do anyi kokwe onya enchiko na mau. Afide pepe amau trojimo, omo trojimo. Sonne there no do anyi onya enchiko na mau. Sonne for unchi. Let me let this bubu sonne for unchi ya. Me let the bubu mau do unchi.
So we're gonna have guys. I'm very frustrated about this, but hey, I don't have control. Very frustrated about this issue, but there's no control over this. So that just tells us that we're gonna come back and have more chat more about this. So some of you who have missed it, again, I apologize for the inconvenience. I apologize for the noise, the echoing. I've been trying, trust me, I've been trying to on my power. I have to delete the links and put it back on, all of that just to stop this echo. But for some reason, I can't get it out of to stop. So, guys, I thank you for those of you who hang in there. I thank you for hanging in. But this is a very important topic that I want us to discuss, and like I said, I'm going to bring something back. We're going to have this conversation again, and just make sure that we're on the same page because this is our culture. This is our culture. Some of us we do it out of ignorance. Some of us do it because we just don't care. Some of us we have all our reasons to do it. But it's important for us, even though we live abroad. And this is not just people who live abroad. People even back home, they still neglecting these kind of culture, this kind of tradition. So it's important that we have discussion, especially marriage. Marriage is supposed to be sacred. Marriage is supposed to be very, very important. And a lot of us do not take that seriously. So I just wanted Torgbui is gonna come back so that you guys can hear me. I know you probably can hear, but just to be on in my own, make sure that you guys heard it properly because of without this echoing, Torgbui is gonna come back. We're gonna have a conversation so that we are sure that everybody understand everything that we said. But I thank you for hanging in. Thank you for being here. All my supporters, I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for sharing this because I want you guys to share this with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. And subscribe to Diana TV, subscribe to Charlie with Nicole. Justin, every day since day one, Justin has always been online. Justin, thank you very much for the support. And also I have my sister Jojo. Thank you for your support very much. I have a quote that I do. We've been going back and forth with in the text message in the back because of this issue. We definitely it is very interesting topic. Yes, a quote that I do, and we're gonna come back and have this conversation. But I'm gonna make sure that everything is working properly. But we're gonna come back next time, guys. Please tell everybody that especially those of you who have friends that are having about to get married or looking for a woman interested in African women or have anything to do with African culture. Some of you who my personal friends. If you're listening to me, I'm not gonna call your name. I want you to be back here on Sunday. We're gonna dig deeper. We're gonna talk about more of this Sunday just to make sure that we clear the air. And again, it's not just gonna be one conversation. We're gonna keep coming back because again, we know it's important. So I want you guys to share this with everyone you know. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. But I want you to let everybody know about this. Please let's keep our secrets. Let's keep our tradition. If you don't understand it, ask. If you don't understand why we do this, then ask. But don't just dismiss. There's certain part of our traditions that sometimes we don't believe in it. Not everything that I believe, not everything in our tradition that I believe, but there's certain things that are sacred that we need to cherish and continue to doing it. I want to encourage all of us to do and also get to know why so that we are more open to it. All right. So that's the question. That's why we do this. If we explain why, then you might be more open to it. So I want you back here on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern time or 8 p.m. GMT. So that when I'm baby no come, put me connection with problem same way here. Torgbui essaye be expliquer nous on a mis voir même quand tu vas me ça me senya que Torgbui blanc enti a je vais Torgbui la batrova mi la batro discuter mariage be situation ya a me ta bio be mi do la discuter parce que a me souvent les deux problème la me ça me dit a me souvent le comprendre a me souvent le homme le croire a me souvent le homme le voir a me souvent les filles a ole a home kunyo en kunyo voici bon yo no atako parce que obena me important amero bena yo me jawe wa amero kwa me chichi bon wa enya ne pin bale yo si o ne pe ame atros you so alon ke mu so yo no bi onyo na ta am so yo re kwa no bi onyo na ta mu so yo le bible ame mu so yo les traditions ame mu so yo donc la religion ne pe ke me ole a no bi onyo mu ta mu so yo it's just the truth na ototo e mu so yo donc ame ko le ku no nyo fifi ni bi onyo na ta wa mu nyo wa mu so yo les filles fifi a les galo ye ba bro donc ame do la stopper mu ko ta ni atro ni awo mu ale ke la no wa e mi se donc ane ni mi plan no wo mu e puis to bi po na paro chambe na mi paro na be ame se amo la tu fait bobode ke ngola de ni abe vivo parce que les défauts na mo il n'y a pas monter les bionyons parce que gars qui mis le bio le souvent donc il n'y a pas ta qui aller les bébés quoi parce que les connexions connexion avec problème à mi la trova ni la va trop discuter dimanche prochain ou bien dimanche prochain parce que de la confirmer que docteur mi la trova et mi la discuter de nuit à va Torgbui Ashley ma pour ma bio Torgbui au quoi le mien avec dimanche prochain alors dimanche prochain il y a trova.
No. If you like every Sunday, okay.
Dimanche alors, okay. Donc I'll see if I can push my next schedule so that we can do it next Sunday. So we're gonna do this. Donc attends bien dimanche prochain. Il y a trova il y a trova dimanche prochain. Okay. So il y a donc attends bien là dimanche aller. Il y a me ko no cameo a mi no mi amlo a me ko pata mi jisi. Et sur le voici bon bio no ato. Allons croire no a. Situation de pe que même to cha me ko sur les activités ni bio mi ata sur les activo e vio le mi sta na chami no kami. Chami na mi sia mi no kaya me. Donc à dimanche aller, il y a to bela this long enough. I know you heard enough echoes. We're gonna come back on Sunday. Next Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. GMT. We are going to come back so that we can discuss. We can carry on and make sure that everybody was able to understand what Torgbui is saying, because this topic is very, very important and very, very interesting. A lot of us who are being affected by this, either ignorantly or just not, I don't know, whatever the reason, a lot of us are being affected by it. So share this, invite everybody, let everybody know to join us on Sunday. We're going to carry on, we're going to do this again next Sunday. So until then, I want you to stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. But before I go, I'm going to play, there is a video I want you guys to watch. I always leave you guys with a video. This time, I'm going to leave you with this video that is happening in Togo. I have to tell you that it looks like every weekend there is always something happening in Togo. In Togo, there is festivals that are happening, and this is a festival that is happening, and I want you guys to watch it. It happened last weekend. It was in Afri-Culture. I think it was, I forgot where it happened as in Afri-Culture, I believe. But it is a festival that it is, how we celebrate festivals here. Every year we have different festivals. There were festivals that are happening as well, the same thing in Togo, for Ghana. It's a lot of festivals actually there than here. So these festivals are happening, and I just asked, I have Torgbui connection. Torgbui is mostly on these festivals. He's always doing these things, but I asked that they send these, festivals to me, and they send it to me share with you, so that you guys can watch them, and we're gonna talk about it more. So I'm going to leave here with you. You guys can watch this, enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.
Torgbui gãwo efiawo menyiba hele mobia tso mia gbɔ.
Merci.